Hello, hello, Kalu Kalay. Welcome back to Soul Survivor X. Well, nothing really much else to say. Let's get into it. So, if we scroll all the way up here, I did redesign how the look of the vibe and vibrations are. Kind of fixed all of this up a little bit, just to make it a little bit nicer and a little bit easier to read for myself, if anything. Did some slight changing, added a little more color. Not much though. I should actually add some. Let's see, if I were to be a progressive individual, technically I should do this. Oh no, everything is broken. Yeah-oh. Whoa. Nothing too fun today, though. Nice and quiet day today. What more do you wish for? I went to work. I came back from work. Ate a pizza. Ate some pizza. Pizza pepperoni. The pepperoni was chicken bacon ranch. Good old-fashioned chicken. I've been enjoying chicken bacon ranch more. I don't know what's come over me. There's something about it that I enjoy. It tastes good. Let's see, Spoony Bar, Trickster. The only two that got an update from yesterday, actually, if you were there, is Spoony Bard and Trickster. Spoony Bard has a bunch of ally and self buffs. With this one being their capstone, with the everyone gets mosh, and you get buffooned because everyone hates you, and everyone's probably going to die. Trickster ended up with a lot of like 50-50s or like just doing things. Zanzibar, it's not a good name at all, but it's my name. Yeah, Seal Another Vine, standard ability, Stealing Destiny. It's effectively like Stealing Destiny. You can be like, I want PK Blast. Cool, there you go. I also changed this. It was, yeah, PK Zeta. Target all enemies, slow plus buff. It's very expensive to be a Soul Voyager, but on the other hand, you have probably some of the most reliable, just fuck you, got mine abilities possible. Of course, welcome. Say hello to Marcus Nevins yet again. Good old Marcus. So, let's get to it. We've actually completed how characters are made. We know how everything goes there. Let's get to other parts. So, the year's 1999, don't realize occurred destiny until something has happened. Just need until something happens. That something can be many things: a murder, a disappearance, a catastrophe, or maybe just Mm. The heroes are drawn into drawn into the mystery. Let's see. The heroes are drawn into the mystery of the incident, catching the otherwise known as you. As you observe, you are nothing more than the guides. All destinies. Three phases: adventure, dungeons, and combat. So the adventure phase. Hey, that Manly is horrifying. Hey, wait a second. Manly, you're not supposed to be here. Yes. Oh. Tomorrow is the official announcement of the jam. I'll probably do it before work. That's what I've been doing. I've been working. And, I've been getting paid, getting monies, getting honeys. You know how it goes. Let's see. There's mystery solved. The heroes drawn to the situation. Well, there may be someone missing. Okay, so. Indicating their mundanity. Watcher and the watchers observing their daily lives going on. The interface. Or simply find the truth. Or simply find the truth. So home. Home is where the heart is. Roughly described as home. This place is somewhere familiar and bound to the heroes in a fundamental way. Home is a place where you can't run away from or abandon easily, even if you want to. This place is sacred to the heroes in some way, even if it's just the people around them. They know their home quite well, able to navigate around with ease, able to navigate around and find where they need to go. The connection to home is what drives here to pursue the investigation. Soul space is infecting and destroying their home. If they take too long and Y2K arrives, then it, along with the rest of reality, will be destroyed. It is tied in some way to the home of the heroes. Something personal to each of them. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. From princess of a small town is found. Mm. 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 This thing leave behind. Mm. Mm. Into the town, driving many local businesses out. You know, just kind of the problem princess of a small town. It's Twin Peaks, effectively. Mm. Mm. Let's see. Mm. Mm. Oh, just hey, these are things that are home. You know, it's hey, the prom princess is dead. Hey, a guy goes missing and he leaves behind a bunch of cryptic messages. Hey, a big company isn't here. Everyone's out on their ass now. Hey, people keep finding their pets keep going missing and shit like that. There's a mystery afoot over the heads of all those heroes, single mystery which they are attempting to solve or at least find information about. That mystery should actually, mm. Okay, so we will do, the story. Gaston Heights. Do we have 4? Yes, we have 4. 2 years of gay wrestling. The kayfabe never ends. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's do the suburb. Gaston High. Can get a little quirky sometimes. Mm. 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 The small town in the middle of nowhere barely has a name, if it even had one. The mystery. There's mystery afoot. Single mystery. There's here time to solve. At least find information about that mystery. Could be about something fairly major. Mm. The sword of Damocles is a that unites. That unites heroes together, but may also be their undoing. But may also be their undoing. So shocking that people that many simply choose to ignore it. If we simply do not see it's there, the mystery something is difficult to solve with many different avenues to approach. You tell me who goes to investigate location, or so investigate some play is this should be always uncover something of value. But being able to pry deeper for more information or details surrounding subject of the mystery should have a supernatural angle. No. Mm. 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 You. Mm. 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 Distorting and tearing the world apart at the seams, unraveling reality as it hunts the soul survivor down to the midst. Normal people, individual. Mm. 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 A few things are natural. Soul space. Let's see. The mystery. Dealing with the Mm. Mm. No matter what it is, will be. Mm. Mm. Investigation, make. Mm. Don't worry about the hero. Don't worry about the hero. Broken things. There we go. Broken things can always be put back together. There we go. And the mystery would be, hey, someone is found dead, someone's gone missing, something is going on here. Hey, horrible, horrible things. Let's see. The year's 1999. Fully understand. One must understand. Everything was terrible, great, and terribly great. Oh my god. Realizing there was no going back. Main driver was communicate. Personal with the domain room. Motorola, which saw the first flip phone. We can talk about more. We can talk more about how we can talk to people now, but we can also become more informed about the events of just as much. Information was starting to disseminate, but technology wasn't quite there for the true information age to begin. Actually, we're talking about people. Talk to more people now. Or. But with breaths, one sacrifices depth, relationship. One could. One could have 1,000 friends in anonymous chat rooms where not one of them knew them at all. No. Fuck. Are you writing lore for this Yik game? Yes, we kind of have to. We have to talk about the 90s. For fun comfort, fucking. Where the strange could find comfort on obscure forms filled with like-minded people. Just as much. We're golden. let's see. Mm. Glittering. One covered in glittering. Became more apparent. In Electrum Age, one covered It led to the rise of consumerism. Fads were bigger, the cultures were more prevalent, you always needed more. Music got louder, the pogs were poggier, the shows had the larger button, everyone wanted more. Everyone needed more. Everyone needed more. This isn't factoring in major. This isn't factoring in. Let's see. Living in unprecedented times became. Let's see. The year is 1999. Everything is going perfectly, terribly fine. We have to share it with other people who are ruining it. Alright. Real space and dungeons. Soul space is a place of unreality, void of nothing that's given form. When soul space goes on the hunt for a rogue soul survivor, it does so as a corrective measure. In the process of hunting down the soul survivor, it spreads its influence across reality itself. This creates a variety of strange occurrences and outright super events for the heroes to encounter. Most egregious of them is the form of dungeon space. Contrasting real space, dungeon space is a location that is only entirely devoted by the soul space that influences its own existence and changes its nature. Dungeon space may roughly correspond to the location, but things are unright. Go on forever. Vast puzzle rooms protect treasures, even a plethora of hostiles who roam the location for no particular reason. In dungeon space, danger is constant. Those who accidentally wander into a place have been that has been distorted are at the risk of dying or having their soul drained for power. No, not only do you want. Your heroes are. A blip in the ground. Of course they can die. Of course they can die there. Saddening. Watching reality begins slowly, things start going wrong, sky will distort, birds will disappear, light bends at odd angles, and everything begins to shift slowly in its nature. Reality is collapsing, and soon it will be annihilated for its own good. During reality, there will be no drastic shifts in the world that NPCs and companions will not notice. It will become equally distorted as soul space begins to consume more about what is correct and incorrect. End of the year, reality may be little more than fragments held together by strings and thoughts. We'll be forced to navigate a world that is, by all accounts, doomed. But if they ever solve the mystery and stop the cause of soul space spreading, they may be able to save their reality. But, as watchers, you've seen countless heroes try and fail to do such. Not your problem if they fail, as if they succeed, you are shunted back into soul space. Maybe you want them to fail, to see their stories end on your terms. Marcus and Leon are in the countryside looking for the disappearance of their mutual friend, the oddball Colin. Look at the abandoned farmhouse where she's But Marcus stops to try to pick the padlock off the fence. What? My dad's a locksmith. Dun dun dun. We don't need this. Oh, right. Okay, we finished that. The eternal the eternal 90s, yeah. Let's see, why can't it be 1990 37? 1990 37. Has anyone ever done the idea of a collective soul humanity died in 2008 as an early 2000 nostalgia for the crash times, viewing that similar fictionalized versions of EEC? I think we're finally hitting like 2000s nostalgia, to be perfectly honest. I think like you gotta think about it, like the 90s. Like the 90s kids, like they're roughly like 40s at this point. Like they're in their 40s. They've officially, graduated out for it. But I think that early 2000s, I think 2000 about 2000 to 2006, I'd say 2007 even. I think that has a vibe from the 90s. It's the 90s too, but everyone's less worried about things. And then like 2008 happened, and then everything went to shit. But like that early 2000s, we're seeing early 2000s nostalgia like we were doing with like 90s nostalgia. Mostly because like the 80s nostalgia is no longer there. Because that's not really a thing anymore. And the 90s nostalgia is kind of getting milked for all it's worth. Because like I think one of like the big problems too is like nowadays, like right now, we have more media. We have more media referencing old things than new things. Like one of the largest, most popular shows. Like you gotta remember, like one of the most popular shows of this day and age is just like remember the 80s. And it's Stranger Things, where every episode was supposed to be like 2 to 3 hours long. Like, that's not a thing that should happen. Like, this is bonkers. Like, we live in a society, and that society is flawed. This 2020 was marked as being this weird period of time since Doom posting is king. 2010 is happening hard to believe in like 30 or so years we'll have 2020's nostalgia. Yeah, I think people are gonna have... Like, the weird thing is, in like the 2010s, I think we're gonna go through early 2000s. I'm gonna make a wild guess. And then the next about decade is going to be early 2000s nostalgia. Remember the early 2000s when things made sense and we could drink Capri Sun? Remember the good old day. Remember this. Remember that. It's gonna be member berries, and that's all it's going to be. I don't think we're really gonna have that same level of nostalgia for the 2020s. Or even the 2010s. Because it was kind of like at that point. Because you have to think, like, the guys who are like, yeah, I love the 2010s, they would be about 10 now. When the 10-year-olds you see today are into their 30s, that's when they will start being like, man, the 2010s were awesome. And it'll be like 2060. Like, you gotta remember, you gotta think about it like this. This is the funniest thing. We are edging ever so closer to like things not be, all of those old things of them predicting all these wonderful things happening to us and things being so great and wonderful just didn't really happen. And I think that's going to be like, nostalgia for the 2020s is going to be, wow, Nothing Ever Happens, the musical. And I think that's going to throw off a lot of people. Hey, wait a second, what do you mean nothing ever happens? Yeah, nothing ever happens. It's going to be, man, the 2020s were the worst shit ever. And then you're going to get by some... Then you're going to get some, like, fucking loser who's, like, 4 now, gonna make the 2020 movie, and all of us will cringe and die. Suggesting we aren't blown to smithereens at that point. The secret to huge success, like... Nah. The 2020s are like the 1930s. Yeah, pretty much. Like, no one has nostalgia for the 30s. People have nostalgia for the 20s, not the 30s. Let's see. Reality collapse. Dungeon phase. When the heroes enter a fragment of slowly enter a dungeon, hidden away from real space and fosters hostiles, produces treasure, as well as contain dungeon heart. Main resident of these dungeons, they are unthinking masses that attack others and seek out the sole survivor. Treasures is both a spot that has called spell space. The dungeon is served as a spawning ground as they emerge from seemingly nothing, and as a defensive fortification to protect the heart. Treasure is created by the combination of soul space energy as well. Is invaluable. It can be exchanged for real goods to exit the dungeon or while they are exploring it. Finally, the dungeon heart is the center of the dungeon, as well as the location of the tear into soul space. The dungeon heart can be a multitude of things. Powerful hostile. When the dungeon heart has been destroyed in either combat or just bashing it a few times, back in reality as the heroes make their brave escape. Dungeon line. Okay. So, dungeons about their location of reality, location being the stop, making proper sense, heroes approach its core. Collective and inevitable reality collapse affecting real space. Designing such a dungeon, the concept of rooms and hallways becomes a bit murkier. The heroes pressing forward need to understand that there are going to be others out to meet the room. Okay, we 3. Okay, we grab you. Zeus dungeon. Hello, phone. What? Alright, Bob. And the 40s gave us all those movies and shooters. Wow, thanks, 40s. Yeah, there was something going on in the 1940s. I don't know what. Okay, so what we need to do is... Okay, simple dungeons. We need to go to the lexicon. Web of relationships. Not have. Boy, creating a dungeon. Grab all of you. So, put you here. We're going to put you here. We don't need you anymore. And then you don't have to use any of this. If you want to just use the type of procedure. Make your own dungeon, do your own thing. That's fine. We have to replace these. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab all of this and we're going to hit normal. Nope, we're going to hit normal. Grab all of you. There we go. Let's see. Dungeon phase is 2. Dark quarters for the. Ooh, it's here. Why are you here? Go away, you. Alien geometry. These. Cool. All right. Okay. Let's start rewriting things. The year before the end, dungeon design, dark quarters, dungeon filled with adventure that the you'll be experiencing. It's that the heroes will be experiencing is twisting mage trying to realize force them think on their feet and understand their mortality. Start to create a dungeon. Daggy will roll a dice on a flat area and mark it down to the dice. Well, danger is still fresh in its terms of the dungeon. Dungeon full. Let's change this to EXO. So let's change it to EXO. Alright. Okay. do void. Zaggy. Okay, so passage links to the various rooms. Fashions can be of various types. So we're going to get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, select all of you. We're going to get to this button. Basic passages, continuous passages, dangerous passages, secret passages. Okay, so then we have randomized and placed. Place either by the play rooms, safe havens. Let's see, hovel hubs, stops. Size, let's do and then we have transition. Okay. Alright, so now the symbols of these things for anchors the H for transitions. Let's see. We need to get rid of you. No. In the dungeon, peace and quiet. When the heroes opt to rest in the dungeon, they will restore Gutsy plus 1 HP and Cerebral. PP, however, every time they do something, they need to roll on the Millennium die. They've been ambushed during their rest. There we go. HP, PP, survivals, treasure. Bagel and stuff the hostiles carry on them as well. Dungeon produces upon first inspection. There's valuables, gold coins, gems, pogs, or any other valuable. The problem is real that these baubles are fake, or accurately wrong. Coins have the wrong face or gibberish writing on them. Gems are hollow, pogs unlabeled. Generally speaking, treasure is useless except inside of the dungeon. At any point, hero may convert their gained treasure into a variety of tools, resources, allowing them to bypass puzzles or problems, while also keeping themselves healthy in the face of annihilation. Larger ones have Mm. 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 Let's see, bodily functions. Power and hell. Tools. We want to Soul Survivor X. Oh. Okay. So your D6s become D10s. So you have a lot better chance of scoring your big ones. Vials cost. Treasure. Okay, elixir of body, orange vial, white cures. +2 ego die to all attacks. Let's do. Blue vial, orange vial, purple vial, green vial. Actually, no, we want these all to be relatively beneficial. If we want to be... Mm. Mm. Target enemy. There we go. Mm. There we go. Clear vial, clearer vial. Mm. 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 All right. Some more of those. Rough conversion of treasure. So, okay. Okay. No. Okay, so we've got all of these. But here's the question. Do I want to do this right now? No, not in particular. I think if we have one good day, really one solid day of work on this, I think we could probably get everything done. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good solid day. But we can work on it. Yeah, we could finish this up, I think, in about 2 good days. I'm a little tired right now, so probably not tonight. But if I were to do this correctly, because the thing is, we've got turns and rounds. Hero engages battle with the hostile, they enter the combat phase. This is the most dangerous part of the hero's journey, where they can and will most likely get injured. Yeah, such is life. Such is the life of a watcher. Turns around, right in the turns. Probably. So here's what we can do. We can write this sort of turns and rounds. Remove timing. Verify some points. Speed and initiative, which is. We are going to do the act and go system. Make sure to have an example or two. The act and go system. We are still going to be using line combat, which I think it's still a great idea. And I don't think advanced line combat's really the right option either. I think pretty simple line combat should work. I really don't think any of this needs to change all that much when it comes to AE in combat. We're gonna do just lesser than normal. So roll keep hits. We are going to we need to explain possible ability options, explain them. No, actions in combat. Same thing, more examples and yeah, because these are going to get cut down. Really, you kind of see like, oh, recovery. Like, it's going to be recovery, and that's going to be our thing of removing status ailments. We are going to have, you know, any abilities you have access to. You don't technically, move is a thing, but move is also not a thing. Hostile, is that okay? Now, we have a weird question is, I don't know where to put Karte. Let's see. Why don't we, after one unique soul, we put Karte? No. Yes? I don't know where to put Karte. The weird one. Immediately, I'm saying we put Karte, like, we put Karte after one unique soul, and then we talk about Karte, which is like, okay, cool, you've done this, let's talk to me about this now. With the idea being like, your final contribution is your Karte. You are calling upon these. The hero does not realize they have it. That's the big thing, is this is you doing this, not the hero. So the hero has to worry, you know, the hero's like, oh, okay, well, this is what this is, this is what this is. Psychophysical reality, we can... If we want, we can put influences from beyond and put it at the bottom. Okay. Now, what we can do is we can do... This is where we learn about influence. And then here, after one unique, after influences are from beyond, we do... Das Karte. Your final thing, pretty much, being the Karte. Being like, as a watcher, you have influence over these things. Not directly, not direct influence, but you have a bit of power over, you know, it's kind of a mutual assured destruction thing. They want to be used, and you don't, and you do too. Where it's like, yeah, you're pretty much adding them to your, you know, hand of three. It's like, you pick 3 of these. Those are your 3. If I were to change this at all, it would be you. It's effectively you inviting them to effectively help you and help them as well. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, that works. We can add the Carte system here. We add the Carte system here. Bingo, bango, bongo. Perfect. Okay, I think that'll work. Because I'm burnt out and I'm tired and I don't want to think too hard right now. I will give everyone a heads up on what's what and what's popping. So, been plugging away. I do have weapon proficiencies now. I know how this works. Been kind of plugging away at this in my meantime. Again, Soul Survivors X has been kind of a little bit on the back burner more than I really wish it would be. That mostly just because 60 is such a huge project, and I kind of know it's a giant, massive shit stain project, so I kind of got to worry about that. I've been trying to refocus on it, but it's just one of those things where it's like it's not difficult. It's just time consuming to work on Soul Survivors. But hopefully we should be good because a lot of things are actually done in Soul Survivors. It's right now. It's just reacting and putting everything where it needs to be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Only an hour stream tonight. But welcome to welcome to Wage Slave Notepad, where he is a wage slave and works weird hours and sits in the cold all day waiting for the bus. I've also realized this beer I'm drinking, really fucking heavy, fun fact. And my head hurts when I drink it. So maybe I shouldn't drink that as much, but it's very good as well. So I'm gonna call it there. We will get most everything else done soon. My goal for tomorrow, because before work every day I go to a coffee shop and I sit down and I effectively just write my notebook. My goal for tomorrow is that I want to take my notebook and I'm going to write down all of the Carta effects. And then I'm going to get home tomorrow and I'm going to write in all of the Carte effects. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a bitch, but I think I can do it. It'll just take time. And that's really what I'm lacking at the moment, just time. Life is time consuming. But thank you all, as always. I love you all. Only an hour stream. Apologies. Little sleepy tonight, so I might be on. I might not. I don't know.